Hey guys, Sammy wants here with a brand new time-lapse video, and I'm back after 2 weeks of holidays, taking a week off, and then spending a week working on drawing. So, yeah, I went away to Perth, and when I got back, I kind of was like struggling, because Perth is 3 hours behind, so I was kind of struggling with trying to get my body clock back on track, and then I was finding the motivation to actually unpack. And I feel like when you come back from holiday, it's kind of harder to get back into regular life. You just want to be on holiday again, and that's how I was feeling. So I'm kind of back to feeling myself, feeling a little bit better than I did before I went away. I was kind of feeling a bit meh, and yeah, I was struggling a little bit. So the holiday did me well. I took a break from drawing, which I wasn't going to, but I really couldn't get anything. Like, I did try to draw while I was away. I just couldn't get anything down. My brain and my hand weren't working together. So yeah, I decided to start things off with something a little bit simple. My favorite kind of project to do. Oh crap, I don't know if you guys can hear that. My neighbor's dogs are barking. There's some cats around here going a bit nuts, which happens quite often in the area I live in. But anyway, so yeah, I thought I'd start things off with something a little bit simple. This was my second attempt at trying to make something, and for those who don't know, this is a screen cap from a movie called The Last Unicorn, which is a movie I remember watching as a kid, but I kind of forgot about until like recently, when I saw like not even recently, it was a while ago, when I saw some of my favorite like artists that I follow on Instagram and YouTube doing fan art for The Last Unicorn. A lot of artists that I follow really like this movie, and as I said, when I was a kid, I kind of forgot about it, just because I didn't really own a copy of it on video or anything like that. Back when videos were something that people owned. Yeah, I forgot about it. So I recently, not even recently, it was a couple of years ago now, I rewatched the movie, and then I got the book, because there is a book. The book is what inspired the movie. So I read the book. It was really, really beautifully written, and it's really thin. You could probably knock it out in a day if you're a fast reader. I usually am, but I just couldn't read it that quickly, and I couldn't really get into it, but it's a really decent book all the same, and I really recommend it to anyone who's really into unicorns, because a lot of people are these days. I never really was big into unicorns as a kid. I went through weird bursts of obsessions, and unicorns was never really one of those things. But I do like unicorns. I do enjoy them. They're aesthetically pleasing to the eye. I guess, if that makes any sense. I just like them. I do like them. They're just not my favorite mythical creature. I think mermaids are. And yeah, I think mermaids outweighed unicorns. I think you're either on either end of the spectrum. You either like unicorns or you like mermaids. There's really no kind of in between, I guess. I don't know. Is that a thing? I'm not sure. So yeah, I wanted to do a different screen cap, but I was really struggling with that, and so I kind of gave this a go, and I just really wanted to do something simple to kind of get into, like I said, to get into the swing of things, to come back onto my channel, and just do this screen cap study redraw. So what I did is, to begin, which I didn't do on camera, which I didn't record, I went in to the screen cap and I marked out where all the proportion, kind of just mapped out where everything was really loosely, and then put it onto a bigger canvas, and then did a really loose sketch with a thicker pencil, with a thicker pencil brush, yeah, with a thicker pencil, like a 50, and then I went in and defined it with a 20, just to kind of tighten it up a little bit. Sometimes I like to work like that. Sometimes I only do like 2 sketch layers. Sometimes I do 3 or 4. It just depends on what kind of mood I'm in. So and then I put down the flat colors, which I do with vectors. I'm thinking of making a video on how to like make lineless digital art. If that's something anyone would be interested in, I might do that anyway, just because I think it's kind of handy to know, especially because I don't really like doing line art myself, just because it makes my work look a lot stiffer. With this, I can get away with making it a little bit more looser, but keeping it quite controlled, if that makes any sense. But yeah, I definitely think that I might do a video on it. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And the palette in this was really nice. It was really simple, but I decided that I didn't want to do all blue because I'd get bored with that. So I chucked in a bit of purple into the background so I could then use it as my main shadow color, which I think was a really good choice on my part. I really like, this is one of my favorite things to do, exercises to do when I'm really stuck for ideas. I had this reference stuck in on my computer for a few months now. It was something that I wanted to do for a while, and I just never got around to doing it, and I just thought this would be a perfect time to do it. It's a really good little exercise. It helps. I like choosing pieces that have like some nice kind of movement without having too much. It implies movement. I also like finding pieces that have really nice composition, because those 2 things I feel like I lack in terms of my own art. So it's definitely nice to kind of do Screencap redraws, which I really love doing, and I highly recommend them to anyone who kind of is stuck for ideas. Just take a Screencap from one of your favorite TV shows. It doesn't have to be a cartoon, it can be a live action movie, you know, and kind of study it. Just do a little study. This is a study for me. This is a throwaway piece. It's only on a small canvas, just because I don't want to like get in trouble for copyright. I just really wanted to do a sketch and a little study, nothing too fancy. I mean, it's not a perfect piece, but I really had a lot of fun doing this, and I really like how it turned out. And the great thing about it is you don't have to necessarily stick to what's in the picture. I played around with you know, different types of colors compared to the blues, which I don't know, I like purple shadows, so I do a lot of purple shadows. I do purple shadows on skin. When I'm doing something red, it's a purple shadow. I really like purple shadows. I don't know. But yeah, I think that is all that I can say about this piece. I struggled with the tree. I don't like the tree. I wish I kind of thought about a better way of going about it, and I didn't really. I kind of, you know, when you're kind of overdoing a piece, that's how I felt when I got to the tree. I was like, I'm over this, I just want to finish it. So I did something really rough and made it a little bit too harsh. Like I put some white on the tree and there's like these little bushel flower type things. I don't know what they're called. I think it's a made-up thing. I probably just made up a bunch of words and put them together. But yeah, I made them too harsh. I think I should have knocked back those little flower thingies on the tree and just made them a little bit light, a little bit darker than what they originally were, like what I originally made them. So yeah, here I am just kind of roughly, I didn't really want to sit there and do all the leaves. I kind of just wanted to rough it out. It's actually how I did trees in art school when I was studying art. So there you go. But yeah, we're getting close to the end. I'm gonna start working on the background. If you want any information about anything, check down in the description below. There is links to my Society 6 store and social media. and a website that I don't update. I might get rid of that. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I might redo a website later on. Who knows? But if you want, I am going to try and take commissions. And yeah, that is it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like it, subscribe, and yeah, I'll hopefully talk to you all very, very soon. Bye!